Hey, my chosen ones, I just made a video about spirituality and I might make more. But you need to understand something, understand something, and that is, in the spirit we don't compete. We're stepping out of the dualistic worldview, out of the rat race, out of the competition, comparison, and out of this hierarchy, of this one-dimensional hierarchy, which is there to trick people, to submit people, to deceive people. You know, the dualistic worldview is a simplification of the truth, dumping down the truth, but at the same time opening up a lot of opportunity for deception and reversing, invert values, invert the truth. You need to understand, in the spirit, we don't play, we don't compete. There, the rank is very clear of anyone. Respect is due where respect is due. There's no question about it, right? You cannot bypass or trick the system. This is completely different than the world we live in. In our world, everybody is trying to trick his brother, his sister. You know, when we don't queue up, we try to be quicker than the other one. We try to, we try to deceive everyone. That's what the people do to be successful in this dualistic world. But in the spirit, we don't play there. Everything is visible to anyone. Everything is open and clear. Yes. And this is what a lot of people don't understand and feel challenged. And this is why when you stop competing, when you are aware that you never have ever competed and you stand in their truth, suddenly everybody wants to compete with you. Why? It is because they are triggered, because you're stepping out of that hierarchy. And this baffles the people. It baffles them. They don't know how to treat a person who is confident, standing in truth and spirit. Living in kind of, living in another truth, in another kind, a way to understand and live. Yes, and they will try to get you back in, get you on the low vibrational state, try to force you back in the rat race, in the hierarchies. It's funny. It's very funny. Man, this is not a world. This is not the world we can live with brother and sister peacefully together. And it shows in the whole world, right? There's everywhere's war. Everywhere is the competition. Everywhere is misunderstanding. It's misunderstanding. It's deception. All right? Yes. So we're living in the spirit is the only way to make way for a better future. It's the only way. Because when this all collapses, when the war, the wars have to happen. It all has to happen. But there is just no other option than to find other ways and live in other ways and in another truth. Because once the thing going down, once it collapses, we don't want to repeat the same circle again. We need to wake up to the truth, or stick with the old world, and it is what it is. The old world is like an old, very old and already infected tree, it's dying. So we need to give birth, give life by living in the spirit, living in the living spirit, living in the love, forgiveness. Yes, it sounds so crazy what I'm saying, right? It's so odd. I must be completely out of my mind to claim something like that, to say something like that. I'm telling you, Jesus is revolution until his kingdom come. And Jesus is not religion. God is not religion. God is not the church. God is the same spirit that the Native Americans were connected to. The divine spirit is the same in every mystical experience, in every mystical perception any human being ever has had. It's just the same spirit, it's nature, all right? But the differences that people put in our minds, these are the walls, these are the boundaries. They say, this is that God, this is that God, this is that church, this is that belief, this is this ethnic group, this person has this colors, and these persons are chosen over others, and these persons are just their servants, and in this country he is born, but this country has to be, these are the problems. It's in the mind, Yes, there are different colors in the world, yes. And people have different skin colors, yes. But that's it. It must be clear that there is no implication with that. There is no implication. We're one people. We have one God. We have one mind. We have one love. We have one heart. We have one blood. And there is no, judge the people by their deeds, not by anything else. For a lot of people, it makes more sense to judge a person by the color of their skin or their eye instead of judging them by what they do. There is a lot of double-minded people, double-faced people, and they will say A and do B. So don't even judge people by what they say. Judge them by what they do when you observe them in a long term. And I tell you again, the walls, the misunderstanding, all the problems, all the hate, all the struggle, all the problems of this world, they come because of a misunderstanding, of a deception, of they inverted the truth. And it is because they made this hierarchy where they say there is a a first class, second class, third class citizen. There is people who having a different birthright than others. This is insanity, okay? We are born with equal rights, equal chances. And from the time we're born, if we are judged, then please by our deeds, not by our color, by the country we are born in, by any of these superficial things. It's stupid to believe that. Hope you feel me, bro. Hope you feel me, sister.